All right, we're back again. Welcome back to the channel. It is Uncle Makara, all relations. Let's get it. We are talking about the eclipse today that is happening on the 8th, which is tomorrow. All right, we're back again. Welcome back to the channel. A little bit of playback, huh? Hold on one second. Let me change this sound. This should be better. Okay, cool. So we're talking about the solar eclipse that's happening tomorrow. There's also been probably a lunar eclipse that happened a little while ago. There's always eclipse season, right? So that's what happens. Now the north node, or like our past life stuff we came with, right? The south node is the past life stuff we came with, and the north node is almost our lessons in this lifetime. So our destiny, what we really need to rise up against, okay? And these kind of cross over in eclipses. So what important things do I want you guys to understand before this? One thing is, a lot of cultures say just to stay home, just be indoors and do a lot of reflection. But according to some of you guys, that's not possible. Your schedules don't allow for that. So I'll get you to write down any downloads, bro. First and foremost, just keep a journal, a pen, and a pad. Any ideas or grand shifts that come up, just write them down. Why? Because this timeline is not happening. This is a total eclipse. It's not happening until 2044. Okay. Or we can't see it in you know, the sky during the day, like a total eclipse. So this is upcoming solar eclipse is making its exact conjunction to Chiron, which is a comet we refer to as the wounded healer. Okay. So Chiron exposes our deepest emotional scars and tell us how we can transform those scars into pain and power. And so that's like an invitation into this major healing potential. And we're starting to understand the full potentials of our destiny right now. Okay. Yes, there have been, for thousands of years, there have been large scale changes, metamorphosis, the name of our event in New Zealand, okay? Status quo shakedowns, we're seeing it right now, shifts in systems, shifts in authority, shifts in power structures. Um, we're literally understanding that this is all a simulation, right? Money is a simulation. It's all just, you know, there for us to either be duped by it, or we can understand what's going on and use our intelligence to actually rise above and transcend this, right? And understand that we're not escaping this by transcending it. We're using our foresight and our hindsight, our north node and south node, in order to catalyze new beginnings and notable transitions into this new phase that we're coming into. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm not an astrologer, okay? I'm not going to talk about the astrology components too much. I just wanted you guys to understand that this is a time usually where you go into the darkness, where the shadows come up. And if you can understand how to deal with these shadows, you can actually help yourself move along this journey a lot smoother, a lot better, a lot cooler, okay? So one of the ways that I would highly recommend that you prep for this is to prep certain rituals. I would actually do ones for a black candle for shape-shifting, or gray candles for flushing out any poisons, or using as a neutralizing or protection spell. You could also use purple candle, I would say, because it relates to royalty and government. If you have something that you would like to change in the collective, you can use purple candles for that. Um, but also purple is very good for driving away evil, which is why I have it behind me. And it's a very powerful understanding when you look at the video yesterday. Okay, look at the video yesterday. We gave a color, a breakdown of everything that you need. Okay, and that was the glamour magic episode, by the way. Okay. So today we're talking a little bit about how to prep for something like this. One, I would definitely say wash yourself, cleanse yourself, whether that be taking a shower or just washing your face or cleaning something up, throwing away old stuff, right, is always a good idea in this time because you want the new energies to actually take over and help you, not just rely on the old stuff that's there in the background, that keeps coming up. You want to face your shadows. You don't want to run from your shadows at this time. Okay. A lot of people, they're going to be running from it. They're going to be evading responsibilities. They're going to not show up to work. They're going to block themselves off. But I think that if you can run your day at the same time, maintain this momentum, this feeling of like everything's going to unfold the way that it should. I just have to remain pure, authentic, not try to over explain or, you know, underrepresent myself. I just have to remain neutral. I have to remain in that sweet spot, right? To be able to really run this thing. Who gonna run this town tonight? Okay. So tonight, what I'm gonna do to prep for this is I'm going to have certain rituals where I know that I'm going to let go of certain aspects of my personality. And so it's kind of like a funeral if you think about it, right? You're burning a candle away for the past. That version of me doesn't serve me anymore. I need a newer version to come through to help me with the situations, the problems, or the different circumstances that are there in my life right now that seem to be, crippling or constraining me in some way. So I understand that I'm an infinite free being and I'm allowed to make my own decisions and go through this thing with a lot more courage and charisma rather than trying to have it be a journey that's imposed upon me, right? And eight is a very important number for me, as you guys know. Okay, I have it at the center of my chest. Um, well, not chest exactly, it's a little bit below. And eight is a very important number for me because eight is the 8 hertz per second, is the alpha theta bridge, which is also known as the flow state. This is something that I love to dive into, okay, this frequency particularly because it's like I think Mathis was also saying like it's kind of like swimming in the ether, right? You're swimming in the ether and you're pulling out all this reservoir of information there to help you and to help humanity, right? Because when you're going delving into the collective unconscious, you might find little tidbits of information where you're like, whoa, I did not expect this, right? I did not expect to pull this out. Um, but you always notice that synchronicities start to stack when you're doing well on your spiritual progress, okay? Whenever you are delving deep and exploring and you're actually making connections with these different guides that you're connecting to, you will notice a huge stream of signs, synchronicities, possibilities randomly show up and open up, even in the most unexpected times. Okay. So be open to that. Don't close that down. Don't be like, oh, that's not possible. What are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. Right. Open your mind towards different synchronicities and things that are going to come up right now. Specifically, I think Ryan G got the message, and I did too, as we both kind of didn't even realize that we had cuts. Like I had this on my hand. I don't know how this happened. Okay. It's probably from the spirit world. Usually the darker beings want to get you to hurt yourself or be in pain for you to learn some lessons. And the lighter beings I mean, usually they'll give you like a warm, like a haze up here, like kind of effect. And yeah, they usually sometimes show up more metaphysically, like through dreams, or you'll feel it in your heart center, like in a sign that something's okay or something's not right or something's coming up right here. Whereas these darker beings, they show you with like, broken thumb or toenail being broken or like like a weird pressure in the body or head. Uh, these different ways. So One is more physical, one is more metaphysical. We can think about this, right? And my message was, are you living a life that is proud? Are you living a life that your ancestors would be proud of? That was the download that came through for me. And so I was like, huh, you know what? I don't know. I don't know really what my ancestors would think of me. But it got me to start thinking differently. I posted that yesterday, right? Got me to start thinking about it very differently. That if my ancestors were here right now, would they respect my life choices, the way that I live, the way that I eat, the way that I breathe, the way that I sleep, the way that I walk, the way that I talk, everything about me? Do they accept that? And if I were to be 100% honest with you guys, I would say absolutely not. Okay, there needs to be changes in place for my ancestors to respect me. And this is what I understand internally too. This is a knowingness. This is not like a WebMD article and then I'm going to learn it in MLA format for my report. No, 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 no. It's a deep knowingness, my friends. You know that if your ancestors were here right now, they would have you doing things very differently. How would they have you doing it? Okay. Now, it doesn't mean you have to follow tradition. Again, we had that video on tradition and structure and understanding that a lot of it can be cultural conditioning. Okay. There's a power to tradition, but in my perspective, it's more powerful to have a living tradition, something that's not dead, right? Because if something is dead, it's not a tradition. Okay. It's just the past. It's just history. It's just something that has been lost or forgotten. I love to resurrect this old information at times because where I find value, I see it from my own fresh pair of eyes, right? And so if you find value where I find value, then that's great, right? But if you don't find value where I find value, then you need to consider where you find value, okay? So really start to understand this thing a lot differently now that we have the sun. And by the way, I don't want you guys to get duped by this because a lot of the darker forces of this world, the Luciferian nature of it all, loves to give this sun moon example. Okay, the sun. It's usually Lucifer and Satan, okay, together, sun and the moon. And once you understand that, okay, you actually start to take your power back into the real teachings. Because there's another pair of teachings, which is like, there's a black sun, central sun hidden from all of us. And I understand this. Uh, it's quite interesting because I was talking about the dragon souls coming back and so forth. But also, what's happening at CERN is quite interesting, huh? It's quite sketchy. Apparently, there's an entity near the Hadron Collider or something, and they're thinking about basically opening a portal to hell. And this is a very big conspiracy thing that's happening right now. And they're using Shiva. They use Shiva as in CERN, the dancing version of him or whatever, the one that dances in the chaos and so forth. So I think it's very interesting how they're using that energy. Again, it's probably not going to work for them or unless there's very deep things in place there. But again, all these people are very connected, right? And so I wouldn't be surprised if they found this video and like took it down. But regardless, I think that it's important for all of us to talk about these things because as the world is changing, we are going to slowly, as we start to understand what's going on less and less, we're going to give our power away to these higher authorities or just like random tech moguls or tech giants that come in and they're just claim the expert role, right? They're like, I'm the authority now, I guess. And you're like, what? Okay, I guess. Okay. Yeah, he seems smart. He has a PhD. So let me just trust in them. Can you guys still hear me? Hold on, let me just reload this. Let me see if there's any questions on here. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. One watching. Okay. So anyway, guys, let's do a little whiteboard. Okay. So this is kind of the concept of the Rougarou that we had, right? So the Rougarou is the concept of light to darkness to light, right? We are in the light. We're going into a solar eclipse, a darkness, a blackening, a melanosis in catabasis, okay, darkening. Okay. So this is what's happening, but collectively, okay, is this realization that this is blocking this. And what is this? Okay. So we're seeing that this, right, is coming over this. And so there's going to be almost like a depression of consciousness until it starts to rise again. Okay. I don't know if some of you are experiencing this already. Okay. But I'm starting to now get my Taurus field. So we have this thing called a Taurus field. Okay. So this is so from the heart space, there's like this infinity that comes out. Okay. This is a field. It keeps going. Okay. This is a giant field. This is a torus field. It kind of looks like a butterfly's wings. Okay. And if you think about it, this field of where it's reaching, okay, you got to understand you have the torus field wide, right? You can probably feel into this resonance up here, and then from the crown, you can get some downloads. So this is going to be powerful for the people who are tapping into the solar flares energy, okay? You're going to notice using your Taurus that, hmm, okay, I'm getting a sense of this energy, these solar flares, what's going on and what's coming up with this energy. I honestly think this is a starting of a new age, okay? And a lot of people have talked about this before and earlier, but I think right now in April, there are a lot of things coming together. We also have the retrograde, of course, in Aries, I believe. Right. So a lot of like my mom's in Aries energy and she's like forgetting things randomly, you know? She'll be like, she left her computer charger the other day. Today she left her actual pair of glasses that she wears. So that goes to show you, right, that these energies, they do have an effect on us. So if you can strengthen this Mars energy within yourself right now, that if you can not let it go out of control and you give that RAM some essence, some energy, right? And give it that. It's going to really help you during this time because everybody else, it's been slowed down. It's like power has been shut off, right? So let's say that for certain people, power has been shut down here. It's more of a reflective time right now in April. You know, a lot of people are going inwards. But what if you, as Primal Sutra, you broke the code, you were a bit of a rebel, and you started to tap into this energy a little bit more and rising within it? Everybody else is scared and in a bunker, but you are still doing your exercises, you're still doing your rituals, you're still doing your timeline shifts, you're astral projecting, even though there's astral agents pushing you down. Whatever, man. Right? You're still continuing down this path of inspiration and intuition, which is really a path within the mind. Okay, it's how you use your imagination to change yourself and change the world, to change others around you. Okay. So this is really, really key and important, man. There's a lot of things happening at once astrologically right now. That's why it feels like so heavy, it feels like a heavy burden, mate. Okay. So I would definitely say if you come, do you guys know how to create sigils? Does anybody know? Does anybody know in the who's watching right now? Let me know in the comments. I think if we create a global sigil together, it might be very powerful. So let's do it. I want my April 8th, 2024. Okay, so this is a little bit long, okay? But it says the main point. I want my April 8th, 2024 to be monumental in my character upgrade. In health, wealth, and relationships. Okay, so let's boost all three. I want this, okay? So let's do this. Any repeated I's, let's take them away. I, WANT. This is gonna take a while, guys. Let's make it more clear than this. Mm, this takes a little bit long. Let's just get rid of all of the vowel sounds, actually. A, I. I'm just doing this one a bit different. So right now we're just removing all of the vowels. A, E, I, O, U. Oops, I got rid of R as well. Okay, okay. Okay, so we have, well, I don't want this I, so W, we have T, N, T. Well, this is already an N, so we can get rid of that. T, okay, we can get rid of that. হ্যাঁ করবো পরে লাইভ স্ট্রিম করছি লাইভ স্ট্রিম করছি okay, so let's do L H here, W here. uh let's get rid of these numbers actually. T is already here. Let's give it an L. H. H is already here. Are you guys seeing this? So one, this is an H, this is a T, this is a N, this is a, okay, we need an S. Okay. M is already there. U, we need a U, whatever. G, got a G. Um, D. Okay. Okay, so somewhat this is our sigil, okay? I think we've got everything. Okay. So this is our new sigil for particularly this full moon, okay? Sorry, this eclipse timing. So you can also make this sideways if you want, okay? Vertical align, okay? Let's make it this way as well. That looks kind of cool as well. So look at this symbol tomorrow, okay? It's already going to bring it up in your subconscious mind that we went through this process and so forth. So just screenshot this right now, okay? Screenshot this imagery right now and keep this with you so you can look at it tomorrow and activate this. And also, I sometimes like to use chaos magic and make this into a mantra. We didn't have time for this today because I have to get ready. Long day, have to prep a lot of things for today, a lot of rituals. I have a session. I have a lot of coaching reports to write. So yeah, a lot of things are kind of coming at the core of it all, like a precipice point, a conjunction, right? So I think that let's stop sharing now. Not stop live stream. Oops. Oopsies. Share screen. How do I close the whiteboard? New whiteboard? Hmm. I don't know why I can't close this whiteboard now. Weird. Okay, guys, anyway. So what I was saying is this is really, really important right now is number one, you prep for a kind of a ritual of coming out of the other side with the elixir. Okay. So let's say elixir ritual. Number two, you want to journal and write down any synchronicity signs downloads. Okay, number three, you want to make sure that you meditate today or tomorrow, okay, in that bridge. Find out the timings of the eclipse and meditate during that time if you can. Next, we want to find the right instances. Okay, we want to find the right instances throughout the day where we feel dips in our energy and find replenishers again. Replenishers. Okay, this could be like you just get electrolytes in a pack, you just put it in the water, you drink it, right? Rehydrate yourself and your brain, you do red light therapy, okay? You do something, right? You do some kind of replenishing activity, some self-care. Then I would highly, highly recommend that you create something and you keep it aside. You create something epic, like some kind of a art piece or something like this, and you just keep it aside for that day. And you'll revisit it later to get the downloads from it later, okay? Because right now it's not going to make sense. A week from now, it might make sense because of what you're getting through the downloads of this eclipse. It's raining right now, if you guys can see. I don't know if you guys can even see that. It looks very. You can hear it, right? That's wild. Huh? Already we're feeling this, right? This time of like, you know what? Get prepped, okay? Is it even attractive if somebody isn't in this apocalypto mode, right? Apocalyptic mode, okay? This survival state that the world actually, I'm able to survive no matter what, right? That mentality is something that we have to keep alive, even if you understand if you're, this ain't like zombie land, okay? We don't have to double tap yet, but we have to understand how to keep ourselves safe. If keep safe, fail safes, some kill switches, some measures, okay? Keep it for a rainy day like this one, okay? Keep some food stored up, keep things ready for yourself. Have ask your guides. They know better than you most of the time. Ask your guides, okay? Ask your guides. There's a process to asking your guides, okay? If you're not in the ADAPT program, the mystery school, it's going to be a bit difficult, but irregardless, you can, if you're doing what you're doing and it's already working, I don't want to come in and be like, I am the true savior, the one that's going to show you the path that you've always known, unless you feel really called towards this, okay? So, great. This is awesome. I think I'm going to end the live stream soon. Let me just check the timing which we started from. Should be good. Okay. Okay, we've gone like 30 minutes. Okay. Got a lot, half an hour. So that's good enough. Maybe tomorrow I might just chill or just maybe do some more monkey. We'll see how it goes, like, with the flow of it all. But yeah, this is incredible. I love doing these live streams, as you guys know, just spreading that information, that knowledge. Sometimes I just need to talk. Sometimes I honestly just need to talk it out and let it out so that new energies can start flowing in. Yeah, that was great. I think this is a good place to start, get prepped, read a bit about what's going on, okay, as far as I know, with the information I have. Let me just check again. Mhm. Okay, we're just checking through some of these things finally. Uh, Moon's orbital axis is on a tilt. Uh, we know this is destined, fated, okay, eclipse season. Karmically, this is very important. Um, what should we know about April 8th? April 8th is the solar eclipse will journey across the United States, okay? Um, Total solar eclipse, moon will cover the sun and the path of totality will experience a complete daytime blackout, okay? Weren't we foretelling of this that there will be a blackout? Or was that like an internet blackout thing? Anyway, eclipses are known to speed up time by perpetuating the inevitable. Oof. Okay. In other words, whatever was going to happen, breaking up, moving to a new city, starting a new career path, will be expedited during an eclipse. Don't be surprised if major life-changing milestones and all the corresponding drama are piling up right now. Eclipse season chaos is a very real phenomenon. So grab your eclipse glasses, get ready for the powerful cosmic event. It is guaranteed to change your life, okay? Remember that the universe has a funny way of communicating, even if it feels like things are falling apart. Trust that they're actually rearranging for a better, more sustainable way. Everything is working out exactly the way that it should. Okay, chaos back into new order, new golden dawn, new bringer of a new world. Let's get it. Okay, we are the ones already living in this new earth. You already know it. And I'm speaking to you from that consciousness, from that frequency. We're all going to make it. We're all one. Let's go. Upward spiral gang. May we never be the same again.